Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. If you've seen my last color and chat, I kind of mentioned a brand new product that came out on the market. I've been waiting for this package for months. I just opened the box so I wouldn't have to do it on camera, but I did not unpack everything. You know how hard it was for me not to look at these. Just got them today though, so definitely wanted to record this video right away. So, what's in here? What is in here? Okay, that must be my packing slip. These are brand new patented markers by OLO. I don't remember how I was introduced to this company, whether I got an email. I think it might have been an email. How I got it, I don't know. Or else something came up on the web when I was searching for something else. Anyhow, I got in on the ground floor of these markers when they were being designed. So I am called a platinum founder. Ooh, what an impressive name, huh? But because of going in on that level, I got a fantastic deal on the marker set themselves, as well as a free set of refills. Nice. Like the markers, I think were about half price for me, is what they are now. And then we also got a fantastic deal on a separate set of refills. So yeah, got a second set of refills. I think those are coming separate. I'm not sure if they're in this box or not. Maybe, maybe not. I know production was delayed because of the panini, as some are calling it. Parts of Japan were again closed down, which is where these were produced. So yeah, the manufacturing of the markers really got delayed. Now us that are the platinum founders got these sent to us first. I'm so excited. What is so different about these markers? Now I have no idea what's all in here. They said they were throwing in some extra goodies. So, looks like we have a little pad here. Looks like with marker paper in. Okay, and here it talks about the markers. So we'll go over that. And yeah, some really nice thick marker paper. Here is a color chart, and we'll go over this also. First want to show you what they look like. Now, the prototypes of these markers were tested for months. I think when I initially got the email or seen them on the web or whatever was back in, gosh, I don't remember, March or April maybe. Oh, you get nice wooden inserts to put them in. I did not know it came with this. That is nice. Let me put that to the side. Ooh, they package this so nicely. Who doesn't love getting new markers or pencils? Let's take these all out of here. Whoa, that wasn't good. Let's take them all out of here in the boxes, though. Okay, I'm going to bring these in my lap and flip them back up. Oh, they look nice. Oh. Okay, I'm going to leave them like that for now. Now, are you going to fall out too? I guess I'm going to take them out upside down, because it seems like the bottoms are opening up. I'll put them to the side, and here are the replacement inks. So yeah, I didn't get my extra replacements yet. So I'm assuming that will be coming. Okay, so now we can get rid of this big box. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes of markers, and then 2 boxes of inks, replacement inks. All right, so currently there are a total of 128 colors, but they are going to be adding quite a bit to that color line in the future. So I'll be curious to see what they come out with in the future. Let's look at the markers and what is so different about these than even your Copics or any of your budget-friendly markers. It says OLO. We have the numbering system, which is very unique even from Copic, and of course your budget-friendly markers. I like the color system that OLO uses even better than Copic. Copic sometimes can be confusing. There is a rhyme and reason to the system that they use, but it still can be a little bit confusing. So we do have this color indicating the ink inside, as well as the color number. We have 2 ends to these markers. So there is a half a marker on each side. You can opt for brush tip or chisel tip. Because I use brush tips so often, I opted for a brush tip on both ends. They only have brush and chisel right now, but they are going to be coming out with fine nibs also. So let's take a look at, wow, the covers are on tight. Oh, look at the brush tip. Let me zoom you in. I had you zoomed out because of that huge box. So we have a very nice brush tip. These are like the Copic in that they are the really nice Japanese nibs that do not fray. Unlike, you know, the more budget-friendly nibs. So they are the expensive nibs. And then, like I said, I opted for brush on the other end also. So the body of mine on both ends is black. If you opt for chisel tip, the body will be dark gray. So you'll be able to tell the difference very easily between the brush tip and the chisel tip. Now, like I said, they are split in half. Okay, so if you want to, I mean, you can, there's no rhyme or reason to what colors you can put together. I think I'm going to leave mine together with both ends having the same color. However, maybe you do a lot of portrait colors and you like combining maybe these 4 colors. You could take off the one end of this and put this one on, or same with this. And then you would only have to grab 2 markers to have your 4 colors. Isn't that cool? You can order separate markers and specify what ends you want, or you can also order just half a marker. If you order half a marker, it does come with a connector ring, and that is to connect the 2 ends together. All right, now what is also so very, very different about these. As you look at these, you're thinking, well, what's so great? You know, you have half a marker, which means you have half the amount of ink. No. The ink that is in half of this marker is the same amount of ink in an entire Copic. The reason for that, and you won't be able to see it plainly because these are the final, what do you want to say? It's not the prototype. The prototypes were clear where you could actually see the insides. There is no core to these. For instance, like the Copics and all your budget-friendly markers, they have that that foam, I guess if you want to call it, core. There's like plastic around, and then the ink sits in that core, that middle core. So that core sucks up a lot of your ink. And when your marker starts going dry, there's still a lot of ink left in that marker. So even Copics, as you refill them time and time again, you're actually using less and less of the ink before it starts going dry. And that's because of that core in the middle. These do not have that. Again, this is patented, brand new technology. They use what's called free flow technology. There is no core inside of these. So it's just all pure ink. And so it comes out very smoothly. There is 2 milliliters of ink in each side. 2 millimeters is what is in your typical full marker. So each of these has 4 milliliters in the entire marker. So this is like having 2 Copics or 2 budget-friendly markers, if there's even 2 milliliters in a budget-friendly marker. Hard to tell. A single marker is about $7.50. So these are comparable in price to the Copics, but because of that nib, the very nice, from what I read, I haven't used these yet, of course, but really nice ink. The fact that you're going to be able to use up all the ink before you're going to have to replace anything makes them, you know, comparable to a Copic and even better than a Copic. The nibs are all replaceable. So again, right now, just the chisel and the brush, but the fine tip will also be replaceable. 90% of the ink in these markers is used versus 65% of the ink with any marker that has that core in. So all your other alcohol markers, only 65% approximately is used in all those markers with that core versus 90%. Big, big difference using that free flow technology. You can customize, like I said, your markers. If you take this color off, want to put a different color on with the use of a connector ring. I thought I was supposed to be getting, let me double check the box, because yeah, I don't see them in here. Unless they're in these other boxes maybe, or with the replacement inks. I was supposed to get some of the connector rings as well as one of the accessories, and I don't see that here either. So I'm hoping it's in here somewhere. Otherwise I will contact OLO. Like I said, you, because, you know, this is no longer clear, you can't see the chamber in here. But yes, it's just a chamber that has just ink in, no core. And again, that's why you use up all the ink. Let me see. They do include 3 different types of black ink. There is a pure black, which would be just your standard black like we're used to. They have a blue black and a red black. So we'll kind of see the difference in those colors when we, of course, swatch these out. Let's see. I jotted myself down some notes so that I don't forget anything. So they do have the 128 set, and like I said, they're going to be adding to that the colors. So I can't wait to see what other colors they're going to come out with. You can also purchase a 64 set. So there are 2 64 sets that you can get, which makes up the 128. All of the sets that you can buy, there are no duplicate colors. You can also get 32 sets, which there's 4 of those, again, which would comprise the 128, or there are 16 sets, and there are 8 of those, as well as 2 16 gray sets. And so you can purchase those separately too. So if you just want to try out the OLO markers, just go for a 16 set. It will explain on their website, you know, what is in each set. So you can pick out the one that you want and, of course, customize it to what nibs you want. Whether you want a brush and a chisel, brush, chisel. In the future, maybe brush fine nib. You know, that is one thing I would like, would be a brush fine nib. But even though I have some markers with a brush and a fine nib, I still use the brush probably 95% of the time. And so, yeah, that's why I'm going to stick with the brush. The brush. So yeah, a single marker is about $7.50. You can buy, like I said, the half marker, and the brush is, of course, a little bit more than the chisel. Half of a marker is a little over $4, whereas a chisel is about $3.40. So again, you can get half a marker. The ink cartridges, the refills, are about $2.70 for each, and you can see how easy it is going to be to refill these. Again, it's brand new technology and I love it. There is not going to be any more messiness of getting out a refill bottle and pouring it in and you get ink all over and you're guessing, you know, how much to put in. Nope, none of that. Because let's look. Now, yes, I will be opening all of those boxes when we swatch. Let's take a look at the refills. Let me get my knife out. So again, this is all 128 refills that I, myself, got for free. Again, the refills normally are about $2.70. Aren't they cute? This is what a refill looks like. This just goes inside of here. So you are actually replacing what is in here now with this. And all you do to refill it, you remove the brush nib. I think you take, this must come off. I'm not exactly sure. sure. They didn't really show. I'm assuming this must come off. Anyhow, yeah, they must. You take the brush nib out of this one that's empty. You put the brush nib in this, and you just screw them back together. How easy is that? Now, currently, these are not recyclable, but that is something that is important to OLO. They're looking into that so that you're not throwing these in the landfill. They're going to be able to be recycled. So that's kind of important too. I know that's probably one thing that you guys have been, thinking about right off the bat, is that we're going to be throwing these in the garbage. No, you won't be in the future. Oh, there we go. It does just twist out. So again, you carefully take out that brush nib. Now I'm going to use my Copic tweezers. I love that. Whenever I refill any of my markers, I use my Copic tweezers because it has teeth in it, and it much more safely, you grab it around the base of the brush nib, not near the top, but right down at the base. With those teeth, it pulls the brush nib out very easily. Now, of course, if you have a brush tip and a chisel tip, like on a Copic, you will always want to remove the chisel tip to refill. Anyhow, the only time you would remove the brush tip is if you are going to replace it. Whereas on these, you will be pulling out the brush tip. But again, they are made very durable. So you shouldn't wreck it when you pull it out. And if for some reason you do, or it does eventually start fraying, even like the Copic nibs start fraying, and you purchase new, they're called super brush, I believe, brush tips. They're not indestructible, but they are, pretty good. So shouldn't have to replace them too often. So isn't that neat? And again, it has just pure ink in here. There's no middle core. So again, this little thing holds the same amount of ink as an entire Copic, or an entire budget-friendly, say an Ohuhu or a Cali Art, or any of those others. I was so excited about these. So we are going to swatch these out now because they're all in separate boxes. I'm not really going to be able to do them in color order. I'm going to try as much as possible. I'm going to open up all 4 boxes just so that you can kind of get an idea of the numbering system that they use, which really makes sense to me. For instance, this is an O, so O is the color family, and then 2.7. The 2 means that the other 2s will blend easily with this color. And the 7, they have left some room in between, so there isn't necessarily a 5, 6, 7. They did leave room for the new colors to be added, which makes sense, right? Even like Copic, they kind of do the same type of thing, but they go with, the color family, the shades and the tones. So it doesn't necessarily go from lightest to darkest, where I think these do. But again, we'll find that out. So again, there are 2 boxes of these refills. You'll notice right off the bat, we have a white one here, which we've always known as the colorless blender, right? It is such a misleading name. When you start out with alcohol markers, you think, oh, I can blend my markers with this. No. The colorless blender is actually a color remover, right? Those of you that have worked with alcohol markers and you've worked with the colorless blender, OLO changed the name to zero because there is zero color in it. Again, makes so much more sense. So if you use that a lot, you may want to purchase a couple of replacements of the zero ink. That made a lot of sense to me, so I'm glad they did that. So we'll take a look at that too. Let me push these off to the side. They will ship internationally, anywhere in the world. So if you are outside of the United States, you can order these. Accessories. Talked about the replacement nibs. Talked about the connector rings. Now, if you order a half marker, you will automatically get a connector ring with it so that you can connect it to another half of a marker. You can get a 10-pack of connector rings if you want to purchase them separately because you want to start, mixing your colors. And a 10-pack is $2.50. So not too expensive. One other accessory that they have, and I was supposed to get 2 of these in this set. Like I said, unless they're somewhere that I don't see right now, they have brush handles. So I think this would be more for an artist that is used to a brush. The plastic brush handle, or wooden, some of them of course are wooden. You can put the brush handle on the marker, and if you're used to that brush, you could color with that brush handle. So you can purchase those brush handles separately, and they come in a 2-pack for $4. So just wanted to make you aware of that also. Basically, those are the accessories. Let me see if I covered everything. All the sets. The price of the full 128. Yes, like I said, comparable to Copic's. Right now, maybe there will be sales in the future, probably way down the road, because right now these are brand new. So I have no idea. But right now, the complete set is $950. So yes, that is a huge chunk of change. So again, very comparable to Copic. But in each marker, you get double the amount of ink. So, potato, potato, you gotta think of that too, I guess. So you're getting actually, 2 markers in one. So instead of the 128, you're actually getting 256, I guess, in a way, for that $950. And like I said, they have all those smaller sets if you would like to try them out and just see what they are like. All right. Yeah, I mentioned the refill cartridges, about $2.50. Yeah, the color names, they do go. The numbers do go in order. So we will be definitely looking at that. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Like I said, getting in on the ground floor of these, yeah, really paid off. Because, yeah, I paid less than half price for these. What is in here? Oh, I did get the extra set of nibs. I think, because I think these are not nibs, they're replacement inks. Okay. Oh, okay. Here are the brush handles. I thought I was only getting a couple. Wow. I don't think I will be using these. I would much rather have both ends of marker. But again, artists who are used to brushes may like this handle. So yeah, I got a whole box of handles. We got a cute sticker, the heart of color. Then they have the color wheel. These are all the colors that they currently have out, so we split them out by color family. So if you are not one to make color charts like I am obsessed with, you could just use this and see what color goes with what. You know, keep this with your sets. I'm assuming, shouldn't assume, right? You would be putting these in a case or something, because just having them in these cardboard boxes, yeah, wouldn't work too well, especially if you get more than 16 or 32, if you know, get a bigger set. So here again, talks about the premium alcohol marker, patented technology, extensive ink capacity, customizable, replaceable ink cartridge, easy to identify nibs. Again, black is the brush, dark gray is the chisel. I have no idea what color they'll come up with once they come out with the fine nib. Maybe a lighter gray would probably make sense. Extraordinary brush, sensible color system, and consistent ink flow with that free flow system. So everything is at olomarker.com. I will be linking them down below in the description below. I am not affiliated with OLO Marker. They did not send me any of this for free to show you guys. I purchased this out of my own money. Okay, it says build your collection. Choose your ink colors with your choice of nib. Connect 2 half markers with 1 connector ring. Connect to build your custom marker collection. Unparalleled value. Each OLO marker contains 4 milliliters of ink, nearly 2 times more usable ink than any other alcohol marker. OLO technology allows for over 90% of the ink to be used, and you will have consistent ink flow from start to finish. So you're not going to get the blobs of ink that sometimes you can get with Copics. You won't be overfilling when you are refilling your marker. It says, due to the outdated technology of your standard alcohol marker, refilling the ink is typically messy and time-consuming. In addition, this same technology degrades over time, causing you to refill your marker more as the ink capacity lowers. With OLO, there is no absorbent material to degrade. Simply replace the ink cartridge. New patented technology. OLO's patented cartridge free flow ink system maintains consistent, controlled ink flow throughout the life of the ink cartridge. As a result, OLO provides you with more usable ink than any other alcohol-based marker available. So here it shows the patented free flow ink system. All there is a teeny little, it's not a core that absorbs. It is what allows the ink to come up into the nib. Again, says it utilizes over 90% of ink versus 65 in a traditional marker. Here's the connector ring if you want to connect 2 different colors. 2 milliliters of ink in each half, so you do get a total of 4 milliliters, and the durable and replaceable nibs. So pretty much everything that I already went over. So 1 OLO marker is pretty much equal to 2 of the others. So yeah, this color chart's going to be kind of handy to have, even if I do make, you know, my own color chart, this might be handy to have to keep there. All right, so we have the handles. We have all my replacement inks, so I did get them. So here, oh, look at all the pretty blues and some greens, some violets. Here is our black. Okay, so the color name is on the body. We do have just the numbering system on the ends, but on this silver, what is that called? UPC symbol? It does have the color name. So for instance, this one is blue black. So remember, we have 3 different kinds of black. So I really am interested to see the difference. It's kind of neat. I'm going to put that one off to the side. So there is one gray in here, a lot of blues, a violet. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun trying to swatch these out. Maybe I will pause in between and get like all the yellows out and then all the oranges out, etc. Okay, we have a goodie in here too. I think, maybe not. I think the packaging was just in here to keep them up. Better open it up just in case. Don't want to throw something out. Knowing my luck, there would be just a few replacement nibs in here or something. Okay, it is just to help the markers stand up. Okay, so nothing extra in there. I think it was just the brush tips that I was looking for. Okay, nothing in there. And nothing in there. And here is the 0. So again, it is white in color, has 0, and then on the body it has 0. Doesn't that make a lot more sense than colorless blender? I wonder whoever came up with that name. Evidently that person does not color with markers. All right, so I'm going to put the 0 on the side. So here we have a bunch of yellows, greens, some more violets. Oh, aren't they pretty? Some more browns. So I am thinking that each of these is one of the 32 sets. Kind of makes sense, right? At least that's, yeah, I know. Don't assume, Lisa. Don't assume. Here's the one that kind of fell all over the place. I think that's what I'll do. I think I will pause. Sorry, I did that next to my mic. That was probably really loud. I think I'll pause and I will get all of, well, for instance, ORs, orange reds. Right off the bat, I will get out all of the Ys for yellow. I think that would make a lot more sense. And then we will see how the color families and the numbering system goes. I do have, I'm really curious to see how this works. Didn't know it came with that. I do have just a preliminary, like I always do, color chart here. Now, of course, I won't have to put them in any specific order because I'll be leaving them in that order. Yay! So this will be an easy color chart to make. All right, so I am going to pause. I am going to get out all of the Ys. And then I'll be back. So one moment. Okay, so I won't have to start and pause so much and try to put all the pieces and parts together. I pulled out the yellows, the yellow oranges, which is only 3 of them, the oranges, the red orange, and the reds. So I have 5 different color families here. And then after the reds, I will be pulling out, I believe there's red violets, and the violets. And then we get into all the blues and the greens and etc. So let's start with the yellows. And we are going to look at their coloring system first off. Okay, so we have some yellows here. We have a 1.1 and a 1.2. Okay. Then we have, so these two colors will go together and blend nicely. We have a yellow 2.0 and a 2.2 and a 2.3. So again, those three colors will blend together nicely. Now, this is a very dark yellow, but it is a yellow. It's in the yellow family. So, but you can see it popped up all the way to 8.6, which leaves a lot of room for them to add additional yellows, right? Yes. Okay, so we are going to start out with the 1.1. We're just going to go in order. I'm not writing color names down. I'm just going to write the alphanumeric code. Okay, so I'm going to swatch in here like I usually do if I don't write color names in, and I just write the alphanumeric code here. So we'll just swatch here. We'll see what the brush tips are like. Of course, I cannot show you what the chisel tips are like. I'm assuming they're comparable to your typical chisel tips. I'm thinking and trying to talk at the same time. Not a good combination. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit more. I am so excited to see how these actually feel on paper. So the very first marker, after all of that introduction, how long was I recording? But you know, there was just so much information about the new technology that, yeah, it took a while to explain all that. So Y1-1, here we go. And of course, because I have both brush tip ends, we only need the one. Ooh. Oh, love the feel of that. Oh my gosh. These, well, I don't want to say yet. Because, you know, it was only the very first one. Okay, let me put these in order quick. So we have 1.2, then we have 2.0, 2.2, 2.3, and 8.6. Okay. So then we have Y 1.2. Oh my gosh. These nibs feel so good. So yeah, we have these two, of course, will blend together nicely. We have the Y 2.0. And one nice thing is I don't have to see which end is the brush nib. Oh, nice pale yellow. So we shouldn't have too many duplicates of color like you do in a lot of your other budget-friendly markers. Well, I guess even in Copic. But a lot of times you need those slight variations, don't you? Y 2.2. Nice. Then we have Y 2.3. Really takes the guesswork out of what colors would blend together nicely. So these three would really blend together nicely. I'm really curious to see like the skin tones. Or like the colors for hair too. So like the browns. And then we have the dark one, Y 8.6. Yeah, a lot of brown in that, right? But one thing I've noticed already is the colors really closely match, which is awesome. We'll see if that continues. All right, we do have a couple in the yellow-orange category. So we have 2.2, 2.3, and 2.5. So these three also would blend together nicely because they're in the same family, yellow, orange, and a 2. So yellow, orange, 2.2. Oh, yes, I wanted to open this so bad all day because I got them this morning. It's like, I want to play. I want to play. Oh, look at that pale orange. And then the YO 2.5. I can't wait till they come out with more colors. And as a founder, any future purchases we make, we get at a discount also. So another perk, YO 2.3. Okay, so again, this would, I have them in the wrong order already, don't I? I was going to say, wait a minute. Let me just do this. Oops, my bad. Okay, then we have some oranges. Now, when I get to the yellow oranges, or orange reds, and reds, especially the orange reds, the ORs, I'm going to pause because there has to be probably 20 markers in that set. And I want to put them in order before I swatch, and I don't want to take up your precious time. So we have 7s, we have 2s. Okay, so we have 2.2, 2.4, 2.5. Then we jump up to 7s. So again, a lot of room for additions. So we have 7.1, 7.3, 7.7, and 7.8. So you can see these look very brown, don't they? All right, let's start with these. So now we are on O 2.2. Whoops, wrote it in the middle. O 2.2. Okay, we have O 2.4. Nice orange. I got to see if I have a marker case upstairs that I'm going to be able to put these in. O 2.5 with enough room for expansion in the future. I'm sure that's going to be way down the road. They are so busy just trying to get these orders out. O 7.1. That's why I was kind of amazed that my extra set of replacement inks was included. That's a different color for an orange, isn't it? O 7.3. Guess it does kind of have an orange undertone, doesn't it? O 7.7. So these would all blend together very nicely. Oh yeah. And finally O 7.8. Oh, very nice and juicy. Oh, so look at the, gradation of color through all of these 7s. Nice. Okay, I am going to pause now. I am going to get out all of these ORs. there is a bunch of them, see? So I'm going to put these in order, and I will be right back. Okay, hopefully I got it. So we have 2 in the 1.1 family. We have OR 1.1 and 1.3. OR 1.1, OR 1.3. That would be a nice flesh tone, little on the pink side, but. And then OR 1.3. Whoops, wrote it already. Okay. I want to put these out of the way a little bit so I can kind of keep these in some semblance of order. The next one would be the 2s. So we have 2.0. It's another nice skin tone. OR 2.2. I'm wondering how long these are compared to like a Copic or a budget-friendly marker. Next time I pause to get out the R's, I'm going to go over and grab one of each, a Copic and say OLO. And we're going to see how long these are. So 2.2. 2.3. Salmon. I should read off the names. 2.5. This is goldfish. Kind of curious to see their names. Didn't think of that till now. OR 2.6. Move you up here. And this one is red ochre. So we're getting some dark colors. The covers snap on really tight. I am assuming with time that will lessen up a little bit. I myself like the fact that they snap tight so, you know, the ink doesn't dry out. But if anybody has any hand dexterity problems, that might be a little bit of a problem for you. Finally, in the OR, or the O, okay, that's an orange. That doesn't go there, that goes up here. Well, I am going to write it over here so I don't get messed up. This is O 2.7. Another real dark one. That is like brown, and that is cinnamon, but it is in the orange category. So let me get that in order here. O 2.7. You go right there. Okay. Now we are on to the OR3s. OR 3.2. Push you up a little here. OR 3.2. Another nice skin tone. I might have to start another row here. I think I'll put these over here. The boxes themselves, because I'll be having to go through those anyhow. There we go. So I can push these all the way up. Okay. All right, next we have OR 3.4. Ooh, that's nice. Latte. We have OR 3.7 Mocha. So in the orange reds, we have a lot of brown because there are orange red undertones. Oh, love that too. Some pretty hair colors or skin tones in here. OR 3.8, coffee. Okay, now we go on to the 4s. Told you there were a lot of orange reds. OR 4.2. Another skin tone. OR 4.4. OR 4.7. I do like their numbering system. This is chocolate. Another pretty hair color. OR 4.8. This one is cocoa bean. Oh, some beautiful dark browns. Then we get to the 7s. This is the last batch in the ORs. OR 7.1. Another nice pale one. Up to the top, OR 7.2. And this one is rose beige. OR 7.4, milk tea. Milk tea. See how these go together so nicely. And finally, OR 7.6. That looks like OD. Oh dear, 7.6. This one is called light walnut. Yeah, these all go together so nicely. Okay, then we get to the reds. Again, there are quite a few of these. Well, maybe I can pick them out quick. We have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Well, that's easy. 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Well, I guess this is an easy one. Then 1.5, 1.7, 1.8. Then we jump up to the 5s. We have 5.1, 5.3, 5.5, and 5.7. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Then I don't have to pause again. R 0.1. So we know this is going to be a very light color. White peach. Oh, that's nice. Okay, we have R 0.2. And pink lemonade. R 0.3. Coral. So you know all of these colors are going to be going together because they're all zeros. R 0.4, and they're all right in numerical order. What was that one? red grapefruit. And R 0.5. Vermilion. I do like their color names so far, and again, these caps are matching so well. R 0.6. It's awesome when your caps actually match the ink, which is, you know, very hard to do, both with markers and pencils, because it's such a different, not medium, composition of materials. So, you know, this is ink, this is plastic. So it is kind of difficult to match them up, but they did a good job so far. Look at all those. So again, matches good. All right, then we go on to the ones are 1.5. And this one is lingonberry, L-I-N-G. Oh, that's a nice red. R 1.7. So we get into the dark reds. R 1.8. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, then R 5.1. So again, they made a big jump. So R 5.1. Lots of room for additions. Ooh, pretty pale pink. R 5.3. R 5.5. And that one is, boy, never heard of this word. Astibe, A-S-T-I-B-E. Interesting. And finally, R 5.7. Amaranth. Oh, that is pretty. All right, that is the end of the R's. So now we go to the RVs and the violets. And I think they are actually all in this box, so I don't think I will have to pause. Okay, that's a red gray. Nope, those are just greens. Oh, we do have some more violets in here. Okay, so maybe I will pause, and I'll put all of the RVs and the Vs in order. So again, I'll be right back. All right, naturally, I missed a couple. So we have, I guess, I don't know. We don't have browns. They're all in the other color families. So we have a yellow, 8.7. I knew I'd forget a few. Okay, I'll just put that up here for now. And a yellow orange, 2.7. So right in here. All right, let's go on to the red violets. So we have RV 0.1. And that one is cotton candy. And I'm going to start a new row over here. RV 0.2. Whoops. bubble gum. Sorry, I was off camera there. Ooh, that's pretty too. Lot of violets. Oh, ooh, I'm so excited. RV 0.4, if you know me. Yes, my purples are my favorite. This is hot pink. And in this family, we have RV 0.6. This one is dragon fruit. Okay, then the violets. All right, so yes, we have quite a few of these. V 0.3. Aster. Very much on the pink side. V 0.4. Oh, and this one is mallow. V 1.1. Heather. That's my daughter's name. Oh, pretty pale pink. V 1.6. Again, they left room in here because those two would not blend too well together, would they? Kind of far apart. V 2.6. What's this one? Royal purple. Oh, love that one. I love them all. V 2.4. Oh, out of order. Ooh, very much so. V 2.3. I put these over here wrong. Silly Lisa. Oh, those are pretty though. We'll just do another one here. I'll know what I mean. Then we have V 2.8, blackberry. So again, we got quite a jump here. Oh, look at that dark, dark purple. V 2. Oh, Lisa, what are you doing? I do have them the opposite way. V 2.7, eggplant. Yeah, as I put them over here, I put the lowest one on that side. I'm on in now. There. Okay, only a few left. V 4.1. Don't have to hit me over the head. Well, maybe you do. And a V 4.3. Finally, in the V's, we have a big jump, V 7.6. This still kind of goes together. So you'll notice within each of the color families, like the R's, we have all the different undertones, and that's what these, the first number is indicating, is the different undertones. And then the number behind is indicating how light or dark it is. All right, now we get to the blues. Boy, that ended real good. So My phone is about to die, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to put this off for a little bit while it charges. While it does that, we have a ton of blue violets, blues, and blue greens. So I'm going to put these all in order, as well as the greens. But look at the amount of greens. That's it. I'm shocked. I really am shocked. So I sure hope in the future to come out with more greens. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I am going to take all the rest of them, because these are the grays. I'm going to take all the rest of the markers. I'm going to lay them all out on my desk, make some room over here. And I am going to put everything in order so that when I come back, I won't have to pause anymore. All right, so for you, it's just going to be a second. For me, I don't know. I want to just charge it up enough to get through this video. So maybe, I don't know, half hour. So we'll see you in a little bit. All right, I am back. Jeez, my mics were dying. My phone was dying. My iPad was dying. Everything's dying. And I just wanted to finish this video. All right, so I grabbed a couple things while I was paused, and I have all the markers out in order. I wanted to see how long these were compared to a few other markers. So I got out a Copic. As you can see, they are a little bit longer than a Copic. My Arctics markers are a longer marker also. They are about as long as an Arctics, maybe just a tad longer. So let's go ahead and measure these. So Copic is about a little over 5 3/4. The Arctics is about 6 1/4. It's about a ½ inch longer. And these OLOs are just a tad over 6 1/4. So yeah, they're just a little bit longer than the Arctics. So yeah, they are a longer marker, and that's due, of course, to the two ends. Now, you know, like the chameleon markers, those are very long, right? They have the two ends, but that's a whole different animal, right? If you've seen the chameleon markers, it's where you can blend two colors together, or a gradient of darker to light. So very different than what we're talking about with these. So just wanted to show the difference in lengths of markers. Okay, so this was a yellow green. I grabbed it from over here. Okay, so we are on to the blue violets. Let's get settled again here. Oh, and I did take out the case, the stand that came with it. I didn't put it together, but I did look at the instructions. Basically, what it ends up being is a stand like this that is tilted forward, and you can fit 128 in that stand. So you just kind of slide the pieces together, and then you glue it at certain spots. And then, so if you're one that likes to keep your markers out on your desk, this is really nice. I am not one that keeps mine out on my desk. I keep mine in cases. So right now, I had this spare marker case. So I have them all in here. So the ones that I swatched already, I have in here. The ones that we're going to do now, I'll put them in here also, just to kind of keep them in order. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. for now. Now, I'm not sure if this stand was just part of us founders. You know, the, what was it called? Platinum Founder, whatever. Or if that comes with all the 128 sets. For the price, yeah, it should. Right? Okay, so let's go with the blue violets. I'm going to zoom you back in. Okay, so, nope, these are blues. Okay, BV. Okay, I just put this in the wrong spot, that's all. B 2.0. I got it in the wrong spot. There we go. Okay, I think I'm right. Okay, we'll find out. So we have, yeah, okay. We have BV 201. This is light periwinkle. Very pale. And BV 2.2. And this is periwinkle. Light periwinkle and periwinkle. We have BV 2.3. This is hyacinth. Again, very nice gradation of color. BV 2.6. Let's see, is that right? Yeah. And this is indigo. Okay, then we go on to the fours. BV 4.2. And it is bellflower. BV 4.4. And globe thistle. BV 4.5. And Concord grape. Sorry, off the camera. And BV 4.7. This one is elderberry. Then, to a different tone, we are on the, or different color family, we're on blues. So we are on B 0.3. It's a pretty sky blue, cloud blue. B 0.5. And blue sapphire. B 0.6. I never know how to pronounce this. Lapis lazuli. I'm sure that's totally wrong. Nice royal blue. Why don't they just call it royal blue? B 0.7. ultramarine. I usually love ultramarine. Okay, now we gotta get these blues out. And B 2.0. So did we skip the ones totally? Yes, we did. So again, they're making room for future colors. This is ice. Very pale. B 2.2. And sky. B 4.7, so we made another big jump. No, that's out of order. 2.4, 4.6, 4, there, okay. B 2.4. Because I thought, wow, that's a big jump. Bluebird. Figured there'd be some more colors in this color family. B 2.6. Azure. Oh, love that. B 4.3, so now we go into a different tone. Vintage blue. Oh, I like that. B 4.6. Blueberry. And finally in the B's we have B, missed this one too, B 2.4. What the heck? Bluebird. I have two of these. I'm going to have to count and see if I have 129. Well, I guess we'll find out. Or what color I am missing. So I'm going to contact OLO about that one. I'm going to put that one sideways up there. Okay, then we get to the blue-greens. BG 0.4. And turquoise. Let me move these down. Sorry for my arm being in the way all the time. BG 0.7. I have nowhere else to go with the markers other than up on my desk. And blue iguana. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh, love it. BG 0.8. Deep sea. Very dark. Okay, new color family or tone, BG 2.1. Sea glass. Oh, pretty mint green. BG 2.3. And this is aqua green. BG 2.4. And fluorite. Oh, aren't those pretty together? Ooh. And BG 2.7. Oh, gorgeous. What was that one called? Peacock. Okay, another undertone, BG 7.0. Again, left a lot of room in here. And this one is Forest Mist. Another really pale one. BG 7.2. Silver Jade. BG 7.3. Blue Spruce. And finally, BG 7.6. Oh, another name I never heard of. Grandidorite. Okay. BG 7.8. All right. Now we're going to go on to the yellow greens and then the greens. So, YG 2.1. Like I said, there aren't a lot of greens. Brimstone. Nice light green. YG 2.3. Muscat grape. Okay, weird name for a green. Ooh, that's pretty bright spring green. All right. We have YG 2.5. And avocado. YG 8.3, another huge jump. Is it lichen? L-I-C-H-E-N? YG 8.5. Moss. Oh, these brush nibs are fantastic. YG 8.7. Fern. Okay, now we're into the greens. G 0.1. So you know this one's probably going to be pretty light. Jadeite glass. Not that light, but very pretty color. G 0.4. Jade. G 1.4. Spearmint. Those are very close in color, aren't they? I think because there are so few greens, they could have done away with one of them. Yeah, 1.4 and 0.4. G 1.7. Evergreen. All right, that's the G's. See, one of these should be a a pure green. We don't have a pure green in this set, so that one I feel you're totally lacking. All right. Oh, no, I lied. There is another green sitting over here, G 1.8, because I was also going to say we don't have a really nice dark green, and this is mallard. That's pretty. So yeah, I hope it's not too long before they come out with additional colors and they add in that and possibly some more skin tones. Okay, now all the grays. We're going to start with the warm gray. So we have WG0. Guess I don't have to look at the names here. Warm gray 0. Warm gray 1. So we'll just do a tick mark. So the grays will go kind of fast. I apologize for this video getting so long to begin with. WG3. But there was just so much to tell you about these new type of markers. Warm gray 5. I think I'm going to start with the grays, put them down here. My row up there is getting pretty long. Warm gray 7. So we do have quite a few grays, which is great for the artists. They use their grays a lot for shading, right? Warm gray 9. Well, even for colorists too. I know there are many of you that like your grays also. I myself don't use a lot of grays. I probably should. CG0. So now we're into our cool grays. Cool gray 1. Still real curious to see what those 3 blacks look like. Cool gray 3. Cool gray 5. So the same series as the warm grays. Bet it's cool gray 7. What do you think? Oh, good guess. Cool gray 7, and I'm sure it's 9. Yes, it is. And then we have some red grays. No green grays or blue grays. Maybe again, that'll be some additional colors they come out with. So red gray 3, and then 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Some of these come unscrewed. Definitely do have a red undertone. Okay, now either I miscounted my rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And see, I bet you I am, well, I don't know. I'll have to see if I have these miscounted or what. So here are our 3 blacks. So we do have the blue black, the red black, and the pure black. So let's do the pure black, which is K. Then we have the red black, which is RK, makes sense, and the blue black, which is BK. All right, so our pure black, nice solid dark black. Our red black, well, there is a red undertone. And finally our blue black. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a difference. And again, our 0. So let me, because I thought I had 31. Where's my first page? In on each column. Can't find my first page. It's probably buried over here somewhere. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, that's why I have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I am missing a color. So I'm gonna contact OLO and just see if I am missing like a 2.5, or I think maybe what I'm missing is a B 4 point something. There's only 2 of them. Maybe there's a shade darker than B 4.6. I know what. Let's look on here. So the B's. Where's the B's? Yeah, boy, they don't put this in order. Here's the B's. Okay, so we have B 2.4, 2.6. Where's the 4s? My gosh. Oh, 4.3, 4.6. Yeah, I was supposed to have 4.7. I'm going to jot that down. Aha, came in handy. All right. So again, you could use this to, complete your color chart too, and just have something really handy. Again, I like to make out my own color charts. But if you have yours like in a case, like I showed you, you could just throw this in there, and then you'd have it right with you. Okay, so I am going to zoom back out. All right, so where did my first page go? Oh, I put it under that stand. All right, here are our colors in this very first set that OLO has come out with. Again, it is a 128 set, so not as big as a lot of sets that are out there. Definitely not as big as Copic. And so even some of the other sets, like the Arctics, has over a total of 200 colors. So again, this is a starting point for OLO with only 128. So definitely there are going to be some gaps in colors, especially these greens. Like I said, that really surprised me with these two. Yeah, definitely need a true green in there. Nice yellows, some really nice browns in here. Nice reds, quite a few. Well, could maybe use a few pinks. Purples are nice. Lot of blues and blue greens. And quite a few grays. I can foresee them maybe adding to the grays in the future too. After all, look how many grays Copic has. And even some of the budget-friendly sets have more grays than this. Overall, oh my gosh, I love them. These tips are fantastic. Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, you can get very fine lines also. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're great. They are great. Like I said, I will link OLO's website down below in the description if you want to go check them out and see what sets are all available. You know, I did mention the various ones, the various sizes that are available, the different accessories, you know, your replacement ink cartridges, everything that is available on their site. Or if you want to read some more about them, I believe I very thoroughly went through everything because, again, they're just such a whole new concept in alcohol markers. So I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed introducing this whole new line of markers to you. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.